Indonesia's healthcare sector was struggling in the midst of economic growth and increasing demand for better healthcare services for the population, with the fact that children have been affected and left out on a way of achieving the development goals. Thus, as one of the established companies with various achievements in handling medical facilities projects, Archipelago Development was invited by the Malaysian government to participate in this tender bidding for the Children's Specialist Hospital project in Jakarta, Indonesia. Archipelago is a Malaysian-based development company, also Malaysia's leading provider of private healthcare since the 1980s. With over 40 years of experience in the development industry, Archipelago already established over 36 healthcare facilities units in both local and international regions, including in Jakarta. The proposed development area was located in the center of Jakarta City, the most urban city in Indonesia with over 10.9 million population, where children population consists of 2.9 million people. By 2030, Jakarta is expected to be the most populous city in the world, and this will generate even greater problems for the healthcare system, where currently had become the critical demand in Indonesia, especially due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Now that the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak has put the health of women and children at further risk. As the country with among the highest case of child stunting and other children health issues, the current number of healthcare facilities for women and children in Jakarta, for instance, definitely not able to support the demand for quality and better equipped healthcare facilities. Indonesian citizen was reported had to spend over £5.7 billion yearly, traveling to other neighbor countries to source better healthcare services. President Jokowi had pleaded to make the children's healthcare system prioritize achieving sustainable development goals. The proposals are seen to benefit both the population and the country itself. Prior to this, expanding on the healthcare facilities by only focusing on the children's needs will allow Archipelago to focus on providing a well-equipped medical infrastructure, better human resource services, and also foresee offering a support system to the existing women and children hospitals in Indonesia. Irrelevant to the current trend, promoting medical tourism not only helps in attracting a wider range of customer with its exclusive hospitality services, but also can become a new source to the local economic growth, especially with the overgrowing on the digital healthcare, which provided a new platform to the healthcare sector to operate, in COVID-19 outbreak for instance. Over 57% of the Indonesian population was from the urban category. Jakarta itself reported to show a rapid increment of the middle-class population and subsequently contribute to the increasing of the spending power in Jakarta. With providing high-quality healthcare facilities locally, it not only helps to cut the unnecessary traveling cost to overseas, but it also encourages the customer from other Indonesian locality to receive the treatment in Jakarta. The healthcare demand had become worsened, impacted by the COVID-19 outbreak, where it contributed to the sudden spike in the population increment in the year 2020. In choosing Malaysia and Singapore as their favorite destination in receiving the best medical treatment initially, Indonesia has now in dilemma due to the travel restriction as enforced by the whole world, including Indonesia and Malaysia. Thus, in this business model, Archipelago concentrating on achieving a well-balanced business relationship with both Malaysian and Indonesian resources. Putting forward customer satisfaction as the key factor in developing a well-versed facility, Archipelago aiming to emphasize collaborating with Indonesian partners not only to obtain a comprehensive outcome from the local organization, but also helps to assist on the future development strategy. In order to achieve that, Archipelago had drafted out the potential efforts under the business strategy. In line with the Indonesian policies on supporting the citizen under medical insurance, Expanding network with the insurance company can be employed in gaining the trust from their policyholders. Besides, future development of the proposed facilities also will see more local expertise to be on board in supporting the resource exchange between Malaysian and Indonesian specialists. In this development also, a new concept of vacay treat and vacay ward will be introduced in conjunction with promoting the exclusive hospitality to be provided. But the question is, how this can be transpired. In this proposed development, 4 elements will be emphasized to bring the uniqueness of this new children's specialist hospital in Jakarta. The whole idea is to provide exhaustive healthcare for Indonesian children with taking into consideration their psychological needs, to achieve a well-balanced product. With that, Hope Children's Specialist Hospital was expected to fulfill both patient and medical practitioners' needs in preserving a well-versed medical facility, to provide a better healthcare system for the Indonesian population. With a flashy building exterior design, this 24 stories private specialist hospital will be accommodated with 200 beds, and 15 units of apartments on the top floor of the building, as part of the specialty provided by this hospital. Style with a modern catching design, this hospital will be equipped with complete medical facilities and an exclusive ward design. It is believed that the healing process required a non-threatening space that reduced the kids' anxieties. In general, this development takes around 5 years to be completed, with consisting of 2 years for the pre-development stage and 3 years for the project execution. This development had opened a wider business relationship between Malaysian and Indonesian expertise, through adapting the BLMT procurement model. Looking at the urgency of the hospital to the population, the IBS construction method will be adopted to speed up the implementation progress, while engaging to Archipelago's principle to obtain sustainable development. With having the local IBS company as a part of this main supply chain, the objectives of this proposed development in supporting the network extension between both countries could be achieved. Next, we will present our financial proposal model. Here, we will present the total cost that we will impose on the government based on our proposal. The total development cost for this proposed 24-story with 4-level basements hospital is $52,376,200. This total construction cost shall be funded by 20% of our equity contribution as capital, and 80% debt funding from financial institutions. In this BLMT model, we will construct this building, provide the maintenance, and collect the lease payment including the maintenance from the government. Our proposal of total lease payment from the government is a very competitive figure of $3,150,000 per year for 27 years, starting at the 4th year of the concession period. This cost is to cover the development cost including the interest payment from a financial institution. The facilities management charge that we propose to impose on the government is a fixed amount of $1,293,230 per year. This will cover the cost of facility management services, facility engineering maintenance services, biomedical engineering maintenance services, linen and laundry services, cleansing services, and healthcare waste management services. Lastly, the final cost that we propose to impose on the government is maintenance reserve funds with the total amount of $511,303.50 per year. This is the reserve fund to cover scheduled, routine, and unscheduled expenses that would otherwise be drawn from a general fund. As a summary, based on our proposal, All these three charges that we propose to impose the government to cover the development and maintenance cost along the construction period is including the availability charge, facilities management charge, and maintenance reserve funds. The total amount is a very competitive price of $133,772,404.50. That's all for the financial model. For this part, we are strongly confident of our financial proposal is very competitive. This is why we, Archipelago, should be the best pick for this development project. In consistence with the current Indonesian government goals to provide a better healthcare system to the population, this proposal aims is to provide advanced healthcare services to support the increasing demand by the overgrowth population in Indonesia. Thus, Archipelago firms that aim to enter the Indonesian market should envision Indonesia as a relationship-based market and see our team and our extensive network as an extension of their own. We hope we can be a part of the firm's Indonesia success story too. Thank you.